So as I mentioned earlier, the HTC 7 Trophy has a 5 megapixel autofocus camera. So I'm just going to show you that in operation quickly. The quickest way to get into the camera application is just to press and hold the shutter button on the side here. You can see that just straight away opens up the camera. And the viewfinder here is sort of divided into three pieces. In the middle we can actually see what we're going to take a photo of. We've got the proper viewfinder. And then on the right hand side here we've got some different options. So we've got this zoom control here in the middle. And then beneath that we've got the settings menu, and then above that we've got this little toggle to go between the video and photo modes. So that's in video mode now, and then we can just hit it again just to toggle straight back to photos, and it's pretty quick. Then on this left edge you can see there's another partition part, and that goes straight back to the last video or photo that we took. So again, it's quite easy to find your photos once you've taken them because they're just at the edge of the screen, and then you can sort of tap to zoom in and mess around with the photo you want to zoom in and out. So you can also zoom out to this sort of film strip view to get a nice view through your photos, and then zoom in as you need to. So you can just tap and zoom. Then once you're done you can just flick along to the end again, and it takes you straight back into the camera and you can snap some more photos. So it's quite a nifty interface. The main problem I had though was with the camera shutter button. And just show you now, we need to press it slightly to begin focusing. And once it beeps, you can just take a photo. The only problems I really had was that it's quite easy to just accidentally press the button the whole way and take a photo before you've actually properly focused the camera. The other problem is, as you may have noticed then, if we just focus in again and take a photo, the shutter sound comes and then the flash comes on. So you could potentially think that once the shutter sound is gone, it's taken the photo, move the camera away, and the flash comes on. So then you get sort of like a blurry image of something else rather than the actual subject that you were trying to take a photo of. So there's quite a sort of lag to it. You've actually got to focus on your subject, take the photo, and then wait for it to flash to get a decent image. Again, it's quite hard to see on the camera that you're looking through, but the image is actually quite decent once you've got a proper photo of it rather than moving the camera away because you think it's finished. So a bit of lag there. It's not a major issue though. If we just go back in quickly, show you we can quite easily delete photos. If you move back to a photo you get these three little dots at the top, and if you hit them you get a set of options. So you can favourite the photo, you can upload the photo, use it as a wallpaper, or as we would like to do, delete the photograph. So it's quite easy to go through and delete all the photos that you messed up on. Sticking with the theme of entertainment, the HTC 7 Trophy has this built-in music and videos application. You can see all your music and videos will go into here. You can get the Zune software loaded up on your PC just to synchronise everything across, and then all your content will be organised in here. So you can view, for example, your music by artists, albums, songs, playlists and genres. And you can always see the next couple of options along. You can just see there's the artist option there, and then the next option is just shown on the screen, so you can just move across to see it. Same with videos, very much the same in that you can view all television shows, music videos, films, personal. Again, it can all be organised, and then you can just switch between just by swiping across the display. All very good if you've got a PC. As I say, you can just load it up with the Zune software and just synchronise across. But unfortunately, if you're a Mac user like myself, it's very difficult to get content on the device other than by purchasing it from the Windows Phone 7 Marketplace. As you can see, the link at the bottom there. Obviously, there's no microSD card slot, so you can't actually put it on a card and then put the card in the phone. I wasn't able to Bluetooth it across to the handset either, and I used the USB data cable, but it wouldn't actually show up as a mass storage device on my Mac. So if you're a Mac user, you might want to sort of think how you're going to get the music on there. Otherwise you might end up trying to buy everything again from the Zune Marketplace, so the Windows Phone 7 Marketplace. So overall it's an easy system to use. It's just a shame really that there's no Mac support at all for loading content onto the handset. I'm just going to finish up with a couple of basics. Start with the messaging application here, just for writing SMS messages. This can be viewed in either portrait or landscape orientations. There's quite a lot of applications that can't be viewed either way, which is a bit unfortunate. You just tap on the message and you get this sort of speech bubble view, as you can see, of the text, and then you can just tap in this box below to reply. This is a read-only message, so you can't actually reply to this one, but to write a new message we can just tap the plus button here and then search for the contact we want to use. So as you can see, there's the keyboard, the standard Windows Phone 7 keyboard, and as we tap we get sort of this noise, which is not bad little noise, just to let you know you're tapping, but it'll drive your colleagues mad if you try and type an email in work. It's not quite as easy a keyboard to use as some keyboards. I mean, I don't think there's any way to get numbers or anything by holding the keys down. You just get the same letter. You've actually got to go into this second screen here to get numbers and symbols and things. So it's not the quickest keyboard to use. There's also smiley faces, but unfortunately they just show up as they look here. They don't actually. There's no proper cartoony sort of smiley faces or anything like you see on Android. But nevertheless, it works fine. I mean, it's quite easy to type. Relatively accurate, although I keep seeming to press space instead of actually sending the message, which can get a bit annoying. And as you can see, you can just change the message to an SMS by tapping this paperclip icon. That will then let you allow you to add some photographs to your SMS message to make it an MMS. I'm just going to round off now by showing you the web browser and the Bing Maps application, and also touch on the voice control feature. As you can see, the web browser is an Internet Explorer web browser rather than a WebKit browser as used on the iPhone and the Android handsets. I'm just going to quickly navigate to the MobileBone web page using the star in the middle, which gives you access to the Favourites menu. You can see it's loading up pretty quickly at the top there with the loading bar. We're on a Wi-Fi connection at the moment, but you can also use HSDPA for a nice quick 3G connection. And you can see it's loaded up pretty quickly. There's some adverts just at the side here to load up now, but you can continue using the page and zooming in and out as they load. And it's all pretty quick. As you saw then, I used a pinch zoom gesture to zoom in and out of the page. You can also double tap and it'll fit the text to the screen, and then double tap again to zoom back out. And generally it all works pretty smoothly and quickly. There's no real lag or anything to it. You can also view pages in landscape like that. And again, the transition between portrait and landscape is even quick as well. Quite a nice little animation. So overall it's quite good. You can open multiple pages at the same time. So we've got that one open, we can add another web page so we want to search for something else, and then quite easily switch back to previous web pages, so you can have several web pages open at once. Moving back on to the Bing Maps application now, just pop into the second menu here and find it. This is very similar to Google Maps in many ways. You can see we've got a satellite view. Again, if we hit these little dots at the side here, we can bring up a menu. We can turn the aerial view off and just get a normal map view. But if we put that back on, you can see we can also hit a search button here and then search, for example, let's go for pizzas. Let's go pizza actually. There you go. And it will bring up various different pizza places in the area. So we can now just sort of select one of those, get directions. We can go to their website or even just call them straight from the Bing Maps application. You can see now we've got the start and then locations in. It's just loading the directions up for us. So it's finally loaded up the directions for us. You can see it basically just gives us a small view at the top, then this list of directions, and then as we tap through these it will show us on the map at the top exactly where we have to turn and such. So it's not exactly proper directions or navigation as such that you could use in the car, although there is a car view, and it just basically changes the direction slightly, so you still need someone to actually read it off like in a map. So it's not quite a proper sat-nav application, more of just a map application, and therefore probably not quite as good as say Google Maps would be. But nevertheless it's still quite a useful feature to have on this phone. The last thing I want to show you is the neat voice control feature on the Trophy. This can be accessed from this start button in the middle here just by long pressing it. And that allows you to quickly voice dial your contacts or even voice control applications to open. So for example we can open the calendar, or we can open for example Google Mail, all from this one button. So I'll just show you now. Open Google Mail.
Starting Google Mail.
And there you go, you can see it's actually going to open our Google Mail inbox. So it's a pretty nifty application. I'll just show you a quick one now of voice dialing a contact. Call Peter Griffin.
Call Peter Griffin, mobile or work.
mobile.
Calling Peter Griffin, mobile.
So you can see it dials the mobile quite easily. You can even just say straight from the outset, call Peter Griffin mobile, and it would just call the mobile straight away. You don't have to go into their contacts and then select the number. And the first time you use the function, if you just say their name, it will actually tell you as well that you can just specifically ask for the mobile or home number. So all in all, it's a pretty good system. It's voice independent, so you don't have to train it first at all. Anyone can use it, provided they speak clearly to the microphone, but the phone's now probably a good 1.5 foot away from my face, and it still heard me and understood every word I said. So generally it's quite a reliable system, and probably good if you're in the car and need to check a calendar appointment or voice dialer contact. Anyway, I'm Russ Jeffries, and this is the HTC 7 Trophy. Thanks for watching, and please check out the review on mobileburn.com.